Right, so there's a penguin, right? And he's on his snowmobile, and he's driving around in the snow, and he's driving up a hill, and his snowmobile starts to cough and splutter. And as he gets to the top of the hill, all this steam bursts out the side, and it breaks down. And he's like, oh no, what am I going to do? So he slides down the hill, goes to a mechanic, and he says, "Look, I need some help with my snowmobile. Something's wrong with it." And he just sort it out. And he's like, yeah, it's fine, yeah, but I'm a bit busy at the moment, so I have to look at it later. But luckily, the county fair is in at the moment, so you can go off there, and then I'll take a look at your snowmobile. And he's like, all right, cool. So this penguin waddles off in the snow to the county fair. He's well excited. He's like, I want some popcorn, and I'm going to get some candy floss, and I'm going to get one of those Mr. Whippy ice creams. So he goes to the fair, and he has his popcorn, and he's really excited. And he has his candy floss. And then on the way out, he gets his ice cream, and he starts eating his ice cream as he's walking back, and he's getting it all over his face. And he gets back to the mechanic, and he's had a great day. He says, "Oh, did you manage to fix my snowmobile?" And the mechanic goes, "Yeah, I did actually get to look at it, but looks like you've blown a seal." And he says, "No, that's the ice cream, mate."
Chris, it takes a lot to disappoint me these days. My standards are pretty slow, but you've nailed it.
We can't have that as the intro. It was 5 fucking minutes. It was five minutes for a cheap blowjob joke.
And intro song.
Can we talk about Shania Twain yet?
Roll the credits.
Your dad told you that?
Yeah, tell me the joke. Do you want to hear another one? Hang on.
Please let it be fucking shorter than that. Jesus Christ.
He sent me this one. He said,
"It can be, mate. I got a joke shorter than that. You're dick."
Oh, that was yeah.
That was pretty good.
It says, "My mate at school died of a massive head injury. You're more likely to be injured if you have a massive head."
That's another one aimed at Brad.
That was better. We can deal with that.
All right.
Look, at least my Simpsons joke from last time was like short and sweet.
Yeah,
anyway,
really
right?
Yeah,
Listen, Shania Twain wrote the song that don't impress me much, right? Ow. Right?
Actually, don't impress me much. There's a strong emphasis on the A sound. But yeah.
Yeah. Right. And this song is incredible. I've liked it for a while, but a few months ago, I analysed the lyrics, right? And she does she does like the verse, and then she does the chorus, but in between there's that breakdown bit with like the weird like right?
Yeah.
And then she goes through things, right? So first of all, she starts off with, "So you're a rocket scientist," and she's not impressed by that. Which, I'll be honest, if I met a rocket scientist, I'd be pretty impressed.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Attempt number
Especially
2.
If he wasn't like a Nazi.
Yeah, if a non-Nazi rocket scientist is quite rare.
Just gotta go to Nazi straight away with you, Sultan.
Well, Werner
every single time. I love it. He thinks of rocket scientists. He thinks of Nazis, not NASA, not Man on the Moon. He thinks,
well, NASA's. Go into NASA and shout "Heil Hitler." Like, whoop! They all jump up.
Yeah, they love it.
So anyway, she goes, "Okay, so you're Brad Pitt, right?" And she's not impressed by that. She's ramping.
That's impressive.
She's ramping. Now, can you remember what the third bridge is? What the third thing that she's not impressed by?
So something doesn't impress her.
So like so far we've had rocket scientist, she's not having it. Brad Pitt, she's not having it.
Yeah.
By the third bridge, she's completely run out of ideas. It is okay. So you've got a car.
Just a car, not any old car.
We've gone from professional put a man on the moon. We've gone from famous Hollywood movie actor. Now I think she's just looking for an argument at this stage because she's saying, "You've got a car." I imagine the person in the car, she's just shouting it from the side of the pavement going, you got a car, have you? And they're going, "Excuse me?
I've got a Dave Kalos, a 2003 Dave Kalos, mate. What?
I'm just trying to get to work."
That's such an English thing to yell at people in the street. "Oh, I hate your car."
And she's wearing that leopard print like hooded top coat thing. Yeah. And she's going, ow. And they go, excuse me, love, what are you saying? She goes, that don't impress me, your car. And they're like, what do you mean? I just need to get to work. And she's like, ow.
Good, are you freaking nuts? Yeah.
Do you know what doesn't impress me much?
That
Shania Twain. I'm not impressed. I've never really been a big fan of Shania Twain.
Come on now, that song slaps apart.
And on that bombshell, welcome to the FineCast. We're going to talk about 40k or some shit at some point.
That old shit, that old plastic soldiers nonsense. Yeah.
How are we all doing anyway? How are we all feeling?
Woo. Well,
I've got a hay fever.
He's got hay fever.
I've just come off a 20. I've just come off a 21 model batch paint for month whatever it is of the Hobby Apocalypse, and boys, nice. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. It was a big session. I don't usually like batch painting in such big numbers because it tends to.
Sometimes it's the way. Sometimes it's the way. I actually batch painted Rubric Marines, which I think people would advise you against it, but I actually found batch painting Rubric Marines was the right thing to do. Apart from, obviously, I didn't finish them. But I did finish my Hobby Apocalypse. I did 30.
No, what?
They're nearly done. I'm not joking. I've nearly got 30.
Chris, you can't
I put it on Reddit.
Chris, you can't do this anecdote we're saying, do you know what? Batch painting is the way. I did 30. Well, I didn't do 30. I started them 3 years ago, and I still haven't finished them. But do you know what? It's a good idea. That's not a good anecdote.
I did do Hobby Apocalypse month 3, right? And let me tell you something. No one, I think most gambling men had betted that I'd be out by month 3. So it's it's only up from here. And I think the real thing that motivated me, the stylist said, I think that a lot of people are just waiting for me to fail so that they can then fail afterwards. Because I'm a magpie. I'm a painting magpie. I'm a hobby magpie, and I'm just doing it to spite them now, which I'm sure is a bit of reverse psychology from you guys. Because if you say, but it's working because I'm thinking, actually, how many poor bastards are out there going, oh, fuck's sake, Warsmith Chris has done it again. Another fucking set of miniatures.
I think we found the 4th secret verse to Shania Twain's song. It was to a song. It's like, so you failed to paint 30 Rubric Marines. That don't impress me much. Like, great. You're Brad Pitt and you failed to paint 30 Marines. Well done.
I think, Chris, you carrying on in the Hobby Apocalypse, you are like our golden shining beacon. You are the secret undercover the 5th horseman. You're like the canary down the mine for painters. So like they go, they look, they've got the paintbrush, they're at the desk and the painter, they look up and they go, what's Chris doing? Oh fuck, he's still done month 3, right?
Yeah.
Crack on.
So what you're saying is I'm the runt of the litter that everyone thought would be laying dead at the side of the road, but in fact, I'm still dragging myself along. And
I'm not going to say
you've lost 2 legs and an arm, but you're still dragging.
Yeah. You're not proving people wrong. You're not thriving. Like you're not the runt of the litter that's suddenly beefed up and become alpha dog. But you are still alive,
wobbling, shaking,
you're
shivering.
A bit mangy. You've got a bit
and
of mange,
emaciated.
but you're alive.
But. Yeah, I've got to say,
you're dragging your useless rickety limbs behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just on my hind legs, I'm dragging them along. Part of the reason why I've succeeded actually was with these Tau. It's from our own podcast, The Cult of Good Enough, that we talked about before. I came up with a quick method that I could do that I enjoyed doing, and I'm doing that. And there's loads I could do to it. I mean, we did an ECP, Sultan and Sam.
All we did was plug the FineCast.
And we plugged the FineCast, and we talked about it. I was like, oh yeah, I could do some cool like weathering effects and stuff on them, but I haven't because I want to get these done, and maybe I'll go back to them later and do some fun little weathering stuff on it. But right now, they're Cult of Good Enough. They're good enough to go on the table. They're good enough to fight. So I think that's.
Let's just stop you right there, Chris. Like for straight away, your Tau are looking really good. If people haven't seen. Go on his Instagram, DZ_Warsmith_Chris, and check him out because Chris is selling himself short here. Like, I know you think they're battle ready or whatever, but you've picked a really good, effective scheme that looks really good. So you've got to big yourself up for that, Chris.
Filthy Tat. Well, thank you very much. But at the same time, I'm now painting some custodians, and I'm trying to put a little bit more. I mean, I'm not really doing anything like edge highlighting or anything like that, or blending or anything on these Tau. They're kind of cheap and cheerful, whereas I'm doing it on the custodians. So it's nice though. It's nice to be able to come up with an effect. Obviously, it's something that a lot of people use at the moment, which is streak and grime. But it's nice to be able to use it as as people have been using it as like a speed painting technique, and it does look really effective. And you could use it in all kinds of stuff to do this kind of quick output of decent looking stuff. So
what's month 4 for you? So what are you doing for month 4? Obviously, me and Sultan can't speak about it, but what 250 points are you painting?
Because we're big dogs.
You're big dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I've got here is so I've got another broadside to do, and if I do a broadside, then I have to do either a unit of infantry with it or something.
Right.
I've got Yavara, which the big models are quite fun to do, and they're less pressure as long as you get the groundwork done early in the month. I think trying to do a massive model like the night before is going to be more intimidating than trying to do like 5 infantry or something. Or I've got 3 XV9 Forge World hazard suits, which are really
cool.
Overpriced points wise, which would cover the 250.
Yeah, because they're dog shit these days.
yeah, they've got fusion
after the Tau
cascades.
upgrade, they went from being one of the best units to now they're just very expensive resin.
Yeah, but you know what? I still want them in as an option for this army anyway, because I've been painting over pointed anyway, so that I've got options. Most of my months have been like 300 points. So
for non-weeaboo normal people, what are these XV9s? Are they like the Forge World, basically crisis suits with fancy bits on them?
They're bigger crisis suits, and they've got sort of souped up versions of the normal crisis suit weapons. So crisis suits, I've got 12 of those here, ready to go at some point. I'm going to spend a bit more time on the crisis suits because they are, without a doubt, my favourite thing about Tau and Fire Warriors and crisis suits. So the XV9s are big crisis suits they've got fusion cascades, which are kind of like a souped up, more shot version of the fusion blasters that they've got, or they've got like twin burst cannons you can have, or they've got some kind of ionic weapon, ion rifle.
They look way too heavy for the suit to carry, but it does look cool.
They do, which is why on a lot of my Tau, I've not affixed the weapons where they should be, and most of my Tau suits have got
between the legs.
They've got underslung weapons that are positioned further back, so that the barrels are a lot closer to the arms. And I think everyone should do that because it looks way better. Because the actual.
So my main issue with Tau is I was going to do Tau for the Hobby Apocalypse until the Krieg kit came out, because I've always wanted a guard army. Main problem with Tau is the crisis suits have got like the hands on them look like they're wearing like mittens. They're like sort of retracted into the suit arms.
Yeah, and you can buy upgrade kits for those.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like there's a guy called Tarot Model Maker. Check his stuff out, tarotmodelmaker.com. He's just started doing cheap, like loads of hands for your crisis suits, so they all look like the Cold Star Commander hands, and they poke out. They look quite good, and they're not. You can get some kits where they're like giving the finger or doing the metal signs, which is cringe as hell. But these are just like clenched fists or just pointing or something, and it's just that little bit. And I know it sounds daft, but the fact they've actually got hands on the suits, I would then collect Tau because of that.
No, it looks really good. I mean, I'd say that's for the more weeaboo gentlemen. Like you, Brap, who wants them to look more like the Gundam suits and stuff, the anime stuff. For me, I quite like the fact. For me, I think the crisis suits in the old artwork in the original Tau release are less like anime and more like kind of a weird old school sci-fi. When you now look at them, they're very clunky, and I kind of dig that kind of old school look.
For me, it's less about the anime look. It's more just giving balance to the model. Like it doesn't. Yeah, it looks like that part's missing to me. So it's less about. Also, Sultan just saying GoBots. Like he's so out of his depth with this Japanese discussion. He's just like, I'll just say old cartoons that I think you guys all know. Rock Lords, Visionaries. Is any of them sticking? But yeah. I know what you mean. Do you? Also, another thing. When I came back to the hobby and I saw the crisis suits, I was like, they're the same as they were when I started, and the upgrade was really subtle.
They're not.
but they're not like. I tried to get. When you look at pictures of the old Crisis suits, they are amazing. They are literally just like.
They're just static. Yeah. They're like Roblox men. It's ridiculous.
With a little flying stand shoved up their ass because they can't handle their own weight of the model. Amazing.
I've spent a lot of time posing my my Crisis suits. I think I've put some pictures around on the DZTV Discord. Mine are all posed to be quite dynamic looking. So, yeah, it can be done with those suits. You just got to put a little bit of work into it when you're sticking them together. But you can have them it tends to really help if you don't have them facing straight forward with their legs forward.
Yeah,
which is kind of the way that they're quite. They've got little nodules that you have to cut off that click into place that put them in a fixed pose.
Okay.
If you take those off, they're actually in a ball and socket joint, and you can pose them quite well. Unfortunately, there isn't one at the knee joint, which would really help. But you can do all kinds of cool stuff.
I love.
So that's me anyway.
I think there's such a. I think I don't know what they like to play because I've never. I don't think I've ever played against them or I've never played with them. But the kits are so cool and they're so interesting. I think they get a lot of negativity, but I always think it's just a bit misplaced because I think
it's a meme. It's a meme.
Yeah, and I also think it's one of them. It's like people don't play them enough, play against them that often. So it's like when people get mad about the tournament scene and strong play, but they never have to deal with it, but they're just getting mad about it because it's on the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know who would be like that, but then it's also it's the same with Tau. People just get memey about it because they never usually see it, so they don't realize that Tau players are nice and the units are cool.
Yeah, and I think Tau were rough in one of the editions, but then so were Eldar. And Eldar don't get the same level of hate. And in 7th, they were brutal, and it looks like they're really brutal again now, especially Harlequins. They won't get that level of hate, even though they're clowns.
Did you see? There's a picture floating around at the moment. I think somebody posted it today. I think we all saw it of that Harlequins versus Harlequins tournament game where it was just those. What are the boat? Is it a Void Weaver that's just a Viper? To me, it's a Viper. Yeah, and it's just 10 of them on each side, all hiding behind some ruins. It's just the weirdest looking game of 40k.
It's forming the worst yin-yang symbol I've ever seen. Both armies are sprayed purple, and they're all hid in the backfield behind buildings, and they've both moved one model forward.
Have you seen
on opposite sides of the table?
Have you seen the James the Casino Royale meme where the original one was Le Chief, Mads Mikkelsen? He's I see you play Tau, Mr. Bond, or whatever. I've put 30 orcs in your back line with the jump.
Yeah.
And that's the meme. It's wow, Mr. Bond. Have you seen the new one? It's Mr. Bond, I see you've also airbrushed 9 Void Weavers this weekend. We are both playing Harlequins. 'Tis truly a clown world. It was just there's not enough Harlequins in the world for these players. But the thing is with that is I don't pay attention to any of that because we were joking about it today, Chris, and you were saying the win rate is something ludicrous, right? Is it 96% or something?
Well, those stats are from one source. I'm not sure how true it is, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they hard counter a lot of pre-existing armies. The Custodes meta is over now because Harlequins absolutely annihilate Custodes.
The Custodes meta was only a week long.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad because considering I've got some Custodes on the go, I'm kind of glad I don't have one of those armies that get a bad rep because someone takes 20 of the same unit. And then all units get classed as being cheesy. But the most Harlequin players you go up against aren't going to take in our world aren't going to take 400 Void Weavers. So we're probably not going to experience it in that same way as other people. I just want to quickly skirt back to the Tau quick. Just because Sultan's got a big Tau army, right? And you played them in 9th. Yes. How have you been finding them in 9th? Do you feel like they're really
quick,
powerful?
they shoot, they're really good.
Are they good, or do they feel like you're being mean?
They're quite easy to play, and they're very, very good. Yeah. They're a really fun army. I think they're really quick. They shoot a lot. If you use the Mont Car one, it means you can get right up in their face and get all that extra AP and just burn through armor. And then if you use the other one, Kion is the better one, but you have to play a bit more patiently. But then in like turn 5, you're getting extra hits on 4s, 5s, and 6s. So you're basically doubling your hits, and it's awesome. So yeah, it's just absolute meat blender of shots. So they're really fun. So their win rate's pretty good too. Speaking of win rate, how do you think you'd do in the 40k world? What stat line does Warsmith Chris have?
Oh, hang on. He segued beautifully. Don't highlight it, but he's gone on to the topic of the show.
He's gone on to the topic of the show.
I've just been listening to you bumble on for 16 minutes. So.
He wants to get it over with. He wants to get out of
here.
Come on,
lads. I want to have me tea. So basically we decided we wanted to talk about what stat lines various people would have, ourselves would have. It came out of a conversation that we had, I think it was at the end of the last show, once we'd stopped recording, and we said, hang on a minute, let's just talk about this, because it started off where we were like, okay, so we'd have a human stats, right? We'd have human stats, which for a guardsman is like weapon skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3. I don't know what their leadership is. What is it, 7 or something? Or
6?
Got 1
6
wound.
or something.
Sergeant
Regular.
7.
Yeah.
Sergeant 7. And then we quickly realised that they're like the soldiers of the Imperium who have been raised.
That's Cadian
military conflict. Yeah, these are
the
boys out there fighting,
wearing armor.
Yeah,
their SAS level, their SAS Green Beret, like specialist forces of planet Earth, they are that level. Toughness 3.
Yeah. Well, the you don't escape toughness 3, and Sisters of Battle, who are like hardcore warrior nuns, toughness 3. Tau in their fire warrior suits, who are born into a warrior caste and train in bonding groups and all this kind of stuff. Toughness 3. Dudes who have their bodies literally replaced their organs with leather bellows and their legs with fucking cybernetics. Toughness 3. Us 3, not toughness 3. Right?
I'm going to say,
not a chance.
A Gretchen is toughness 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say we're toughness 1. Like base no armor.
1.
Nothing. We're toughness 1. Yeah. And then like maybe there's some people on this earth who are toughness 2 naturally.
Yeah.
Right. Like again, we're talking like special forces and stuff like that. They may be toughness 2.
And are we talking about people like Arnie at his peak of toughness 3?
Maybe. This came from a chat because it was on Tabletop Tactics when they were talking about, right, if there was a Termagant in the studio, do you think you could kill a Termagant?
No.
Right? Absolutely, unequivocally not. I don't think 10 of me could kill a Termagant. You think about that thing.
It's gonna...
Imagine,
Have
like...
you got a gun?
It wouldn't matter. I wouldn't know how to fucking use the gun, would I? It's like, you think about the size of the Termagant, right? It's gonna be the size of a small horse, I'm thinking. Probably a bit smaller. Let's say a really big dog or...
A pony.
A pony. Shetland pony.
Like a
perfect.
donkey.
Like a donkey. There we go. It's size of a donkey, right? So it's not a horse, donkey, not a dog, donkey. Quite a small donkey. It's coming at me. It's got 6 arms and legs. It's got the teeth on that thing. Mega. I think if you put
it's been evolved to kill, right? It's literally bred and created to kill.
Toughness 3.
If you put a Termagant in my suburb of Preston, I think it would kill 200-300 people before we even manage to fight back. The police dead, everyone dead. Army come, they might have a chance.
It's acid.
Yeah, it bleeds acid.
Bleeds acid.
Yeah.
I've got a counterpoint though. A shotgun in the world of Warhammer is a normal shotgun, right? Is strength 4, right?
No, it's got to be like...
Well, no, that's an Astarte shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be strength 3, right? A shotgun.
Yeah.
Strength 3 fair?
Yeah.
With scatter shot, strength 3. And a Termagant is toughness 3. So if it was running at you, and you managed to give it both barrels,
50-50.
Well, it's 50-50 per shot. So if you fire twice at it, there's a good chance you're going to kill it, right?
No.
Yeah, what's your weapon skill? What's your ballistic skill?
Right, listen.
Ballistic skill, yeah.
Listen. We can't work a fucking podcast studio. Last time we came like we were coming. You sound like you were coming from a bath, Chris. There is no chance an alien's going to be running at any of us, and the first instinct is going to be like, I'll tell you what, I better raise this shotgun and level it. You'd be just screaming until your tonsils popped out, and it would eat us. This is it, right? Movement. I reckon Sultan's got like a 5-inch move on him, maybe. He's not slow.
Nah,
Me and
4
you, Chris,
inches.
we're 3.
Yeah.
We're 2. Especially if it's uphill.
We're moving.
I'm gonna give myself a better ballistic skill though. You know?
Right, all right. So
listen.
Go on, Chris.
You lot can hit on. Let's say
we're hitting on 7s.
I did archery. Right. I did archery.
Oh, here we go.
No, I did archery. I've got a catapult, and I used to practice shooting pine cones off a tree with that. And I have done quite a bit of clay pigeon shooting. I'm giving myself ballistic skill 5 up.
Can you imagine this at the
because
desk
I'm not warrior trained. I'm not a 4-up, like a soldier of the Imperium. But I think I know how to. As long as I'm not in a terrifying situation, I'm able to adjust my aim
not a
to compensate.
Yeah, so you're not enduring the horrors of the 41st millennium in all shape and form. You're just like, well, this termagant looks like a pine cone that I shot from my garden. So 4 up, mate. Fucking let's have it.
But it's all about no matter what you shoot, whether it's a catapult or a shotgun or an arrow, it's all about compensating for the missile, right? You have to figure out where the missile goes and then compensate for it. So I think I'd have enough skill to be ballistic skill 5 without a problem, probably ballistic skill 6 up if I was in a combat situation and had, and it wasn't like right in my face. If I had a chance to shoot at it, I'd be giving myself 6s to hit, I reckon.
6s? You just said 5s. You mean 5s?
No, 5s in a non-threatening situation. So if there's a termagant who's completely still and it can't get me if I miss, I reckon I'm 5 ups.
Being held back.
Running
Johnny's not
if I'm
worth
on a balcony and he's running down the street towards me and he's within a range of that weapon, a workable range, 6 ups.
The termagant has a fear aura.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be? If you saw it
fucking
in real life, you'd be like, "Fuck that! What the hell?"
Look at the size of that fucking alien donkey.
Yeah,
I like the idea of this termagant being held back by while Chris gets a shot and his mate going, John, he's not worth it. Leave him. He's not going to do anything.
We're totally wrong.
He's going to miss. He only hits on 6s.
No, it should be a hormagant we're talking about. I'll tell you why. Because a termagant can fucking shoot you on a 4-up.
Hormagant. Planet is dead. If a hormagant landed on this planet, we are all dead. It's got swords for hands.
Yeah, but the termagant's got a gun.
I don't think the entire planet's dead.
Built into its arms that fires flesh-boring bugs into your body. On a 4-up, it's got a 50-50 chance of getting you with one shot.
Hormagant lands here, we're all dead. Simple as that. Everyone would die.
No.
Run it over.
No, not one hormagant.
Not one hormagant. Yeah, no. I'm with Sam. I reckon humanity can take on a hormagant.
As long as we don't go to the first thing we do is go to the nuclear option. It's one hormagant.
That's exactly what we either do that or what's our police going to do? Like get the tasers out and it's like dink, just plinks off.
But in England, we'd have issues until the gun squad
they have
turned up.
guns.
I don't think we'll.
And also, what's a bolt gun? A bolt gun or a bolt rifle is a 40mm grenade launcher. They exist in real life.
Yeah.
And they kill termagants.
I think it'd be too quick. I think...
Not against the whole squad,
I don't think it'd
whole
kill
army.
The whole planet, but I think it would kill millions before we did anything.
No! You're full of shit. You're so full of... No.
I think
not a chance. A hive tyrant could. A hive tyrant might be able to. A flying one.
What about Gene Stealer?
Could probably kill millions. Gene Stealer could kill a good small English
sneaky.
town.
Yeah.
I think they're very quick.
And also,
as well.
they'd make a cult.
Bearing in mind they've got like reflexes that verge on predetermined, or is it what's it called?
Yeah, 5-up reflexes, mate. Fuck that.
Preternatural.
Rolling 5-up.
Preternatural. Yeah.
I wonder.
5 up inruns might as well be no up in. It might as well just be nothing.
They have five. They have no armor save, but they have a 5 up lightning fast reflexes.
They've got. I think they've still got 5 up in the new codex. Because
you never say
the
that.
The codex has been leaked, by the way. That's why we're discussing this, because it got leaked by everybody, so everyone's already got it. It's all over the internet. You can find it if you just look hard enough.
All right.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's out there.
I know you're putting a thing down. Yeah, I get it.
I'm putting a disclaimer down. It's out there. But anyway, I think ballistic skill. This is the thing is with the dice, it's difficult. But I think I'm a 7 up, and I think you two, Chris, with your crack commando training that you've detailed in experience, and Sultan with his military training, I think you're a 6 up.
Sultan must have done shooting practice, right? In the RAF.
Oh,
is that what people do?
Say again, sorry.
You do shooting practice? You've done shooting practice when you were a youngster.
I have done it. Yeah,
in the services. Yeah.
I'm not saying you guys are bad shots, but I'm saying, like, I think a Gretchen would shoot better than both of you. Because
Gretchens live in a life of war.
Oh, they're 4 up, aren't they?
This is what we were talking about. Gretchens are good shots, actually, compared to an orc. And they're as good as a human. And we talked about this. The reason that we couldn't be toughness 2 was because a Grot is toughness 2, and they're literally being beaten on the daily by massive, brutal beings. So they must be tough.
So here's the thing. Like, the thing is, I might have a shit stat line, but I have a special rule, and I can call in airstrikes.
You can.
Oh my god, it's got to get pretty fucking close.
I thought you were going to say, like, I've got a special rule, and it's hay fever, so it's -1 to all saving throws made as I sniffle.
-1 to all my stats. Yeah.
Right. So
I've got a special rule. It's called Monster. It's called Monster Nitro and Tabs, right? And when it gets down to
+2 to movement.
Yeah.
+2 to everything.
Make a Monster Nitro, and at that point, I'm doomed. It's like you're going to take mortal wounds from this at the end of the phase. But for a little bit of time, I can probably run it a little bit faster than my fat body can usually go.
It's like an
You're like that fella from Cursed City who, if he empowers himself, you can use the death mask of whatever, but you'll take 1 wound when you're done.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's the Arco-Flagellant's trigger word extremist. Like the preacher guy just says the word, and they just go berserk. Like somebody whispers his ear, goes, "Monster, Marlborough." And then he goes, he just goes absolutely rampage and does 18 mortal wounds.
Railcar, 17. Here we go.
Right, so to the floor afterwards. Yeah,
you both think you are ballistic skill of 5 up. I think you're 6. I'm 7. I couldn't hit a fucking barn door.
No, I said 6.
6, right? Okay,
5 or 6,
right. Weapon
depending
skill.
On the scenario.
How handy do you think you are?
I mean,
I could hit, but I couldn't bloody wound.
I think we're all going to have better weapon skill than ballistic skill, to be honest. Depending on what the weapon is, right? If the weapon is an Astartes chainsword, I think we're all going to die before we've even hit something else. If the weapon is just like a metal pipe, I think we're all capable of swinging one of those, right?
Yeah, I think 4 up. I think we'd all have it with our fists. We all have a 4 up. No, to hit. This is to hit.
What, are you going to punch a termagant?
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? So my skill 4 up. It's not if I miss. It's not me missing. It's the termagant dodging.
Right. Listen.
Right.
Okay. It's the termagant doing
without getting in trouble with the police. Without getting in trouble with the police, you've got to arm yourself with the contents of your house. Right, what are you bringing to fight this termagant? Closest I've got is like a half-size baseball bat. That's what I've got for intruders. Right. So I've got the bat. Chris, what have you got?
Okay, disclaimer.
Oh God, I said without getting in trouble.
This is an entirely fictional scenario. Right. But let's say for the purpose of this scenario, I live in a dream house where I still have my nunchucks from when I did jiu-jitsu. And
this is amazing. This is amazing.
I also, in this fictional dream house, have a claw hammer that I keep next to my bed because of the idea of someone breaking into the house. I want to be able to reach the claw hammer.
Tape that claw hammer to the end of the nunchuck, and then you get a special rule. You hit on 3s, but every hit roll of a 1, you hit yourself and take a wound.
Yeah.
Right, listen. So Chris emerges. Chris emerges into the theatre of combat. He's got a claw hammer in one hand, and he's got a pair of nunchucks in the other. What a sight to be! Monster Energy. He's got one of them foam dome hats with the cans with the straws. 2 Monster
There's
Energies
one more thing.
Straight in there. Go on, Chris, please.
Right. It's a house object, but my wife uses it the most, right? it's basically it's designed for cleaning like patios and stuff, right? So it's a long broom kind of thing. At the end, it's got a very sort of tough bristles, but then it's got a massive fucking metal spike coming out the side, which you use to scrape in between the tiles, right? She uses that to kill big spiders, and she just whacks them with it, and the job's done. And we don't condone killing spiders here, but if you have to, if they're massive and you have to, the ones that it's like, you can't stay in the room with me tonight, spider.
Hang on.
One of those.
So, let me get this right. Like, you're saying that your wife has got a spear which she uses for killing spiders. That's how you describe it.
It's like a hammer spear,
spider spear.
What is a hammer spear?
Because the spike comes off at an angle, so it's like
a really weird scythe.
Yeah, it's like a weird scythe, but with a spike that's meant to scrape.
It's got reaping hooks.
Yeah,
like a halberd almost.
And as a weapon, I think you could kill a man in one hit with it. Honestly, it's heavy. And it's got a big metal spike on it.
Chris,
we've tested on spiders.
Are you taking nunchucks when you've got a fucking
you've got to choose your weapon. You can dual wield, but you can't have three. You can't have like nunchucks in your back. Right, what are you choosing? Narrow it down.
No, my missus can have the big spike because she's short.
Your missus not involved.
So I'll have to take.
You protected her.
I'm quite comfortable. Listen, I do sometimes in a fictional world. Pick up that claw hammer and imagine different ways that I can hold it and wield it in a combat situation in case I've got this idea that a murderer is going to sneak into the room with a knife and I have to attack him. And I was like, okay, when you hold it near the top bit, you can really hit someone like at close range, but then you can also swing it by holding them. Yeah. I think I'll use the hammer because I may have practiced melee fighting techniques with
imagine Chris's wife walking in. She's got a scythe ready for action. She walks in. Chris is in like a wife beater, like Die Hard vest, and he's just in his room with a red bandana on, looking in the mirror, swinging this claw hammer, going, "Take that, intruder!" Right in the brains.
Duel of the Fates playing on his speaker at full volume.
Yeah, come on, Ted Bundy.
This is the weirdest power fantasy I've ever heard. Take that right in the brain. Fucking deal.
Take it out. I had a bit of trouble with the Dennis Bader, whatever his name was, the BTK killer. We've had some real back and forth, but I managed to take him out at the end, knocked him on the jaw.
Yeah. Who needs Warhammer when you've got this going on? Sultan, without you getting you into any. I mean, Chris just fucked it off and just listed all his arsenal. Sultan,
no, but that's all in a fictional scenario.
All right, you know the air quotes you're doing over the camera. The listener can't see you doing the air quote sides of your
Chris hasn't even mentioned his chemical weapons suite, like just eat a nice bun the night before.
Yeah, keep it inside. That's
Nurgle's rock.
We've got some of our buddies.
Cloud of noxious gas. No, so I have two real options, I suppose. I've got a pickaxe handle from when I did some construction a little while back, like knocking down a wall. So I had the pickaxe head, but that went away. It snapped. But I've got the massive meat. It's like a baseball bat wrap.
We have to. Let's go back. Right. So the pickaxe head, the metal thing that goes into rocks.
It was shit. It was old.
You snap that, but the wooden handle is fine.
Yeah, basically, the pickaxe handle was bought new. The head was old.
Mate, what the fuck are you talking
at the time?
about?
Like, it's like my granddad's or something. He's like, "Oh, I've still got this hanging up in my garage." Like, fine, I've got to break this tiny little garden wall.
Wait,
so
you've got a wooden stick, is what you're saying? You've got a wooden.
Yes, but it's like, and have you ever been to like Wix and seen the pickaxe handles? They're
I know what you mean.
as hell. Yeah,
all right,
like a baseball.
Right.
It's a baseball
club.
It's a baseball bat.
You've got a club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's about the same as baseball bat. Maybe a bit heavier though. It's a bit more unwieldy. Oh, then yeah, it's not okay. But you could drive some nails through it because it's wooden. That could be interesting.
Okay, yeah, make a spiky bat.
Sort of Shaun of the Dead scenario. But the other option I've got, and I think this one would be pretty useless, even though it's made out of better materials. I think it'd be shit because the hole it would make could be tiny. Is I've got a parade sword from work.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So it's easy. It's a real sword.
Can you sharpen
Sheffield
it though?
steel, so it could absolutely be sharp. It's not sharp because it's a parade sword, but it's a real sword. You could absolutely sharpen it. But it looks like it's not a rapier. It's not. It's much bigger than that. But it's skinny. So it's strong, so it wouldn't snap. But like, I don't think I'd poke the Termagant in this situation. He'd be like, nice, thanks, great, nice one, and then chop my head off.
You could kill other humans with it, like enemy human combatants, Chaos Cultists, for example.
Yeah.
But you'd have to do a quest where you had to look for someone who could sharpen the blade, and that would be your first quest.
It's a lot of extra admin.
I like the fact that Sultan just went, I've got a sword from work. Just casually drop it in there. Just like, this is my work sword. It's my work saber.
Well, I just didn't want people to think I'm doing one of those nutters who collects katanas.
Well,
right?
like Christopher and his selection of implements.
I've got one more weapon.
Well, one's a hammer.
Oh, hang on. We've got another weapon, everybody.
I forgot about it, right? So, years ago, my dad lived near some woods, right? And he was walking around one day.
Is this another penguin joke?
Is it
no, this is real.
Is it porn bags?
No. He found a tree that had been strangled by strangle root. You know that?
Right.
You know that? It's basically...
Oh, my God. That's
it wraps around and kills the tree, but then it becomes like this thing, this bashing weapon. So he cut it down, basically, and he varnished it and gave it to me because it looks like a wizard's staff kind of thing. And he's like, oh, I thought you might like this. And I honestly reckon 2 blows from that and everyone's head, like you could cave in any animal or human, 2 blows from that would cave their head in. Apart from
practicing
maybe
this in your room as well, like blowing animals with
yeah. Oh, penguin! Yep, head went in.
Thou shalt not pass.
Chihuahua done. Chihuahua. And I was like, oh, chicken. Oh, that was ridiculous. Chicken
that was
way
easy.
Too easy.
Tea time.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy.
Right, Ted Bundy, Ed Gein, everyone's getting a clonking. Right, so you've got
Ed
to narrow
Gein's got
it down.
a big head though.
You can have 2. You've got 4 now. Come on, what are you taking?
4, yeah.
Claw, hammer, and staff. How about
claw,
that?
hammer, and staff.
I've got some
right,
range,
okay. So short range and long
close.
range.
Stick the claw hammer on the end of the staff.
No. I think
he's obsessed with combining these weapons. Obsessed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like it's Dead Rising or something. Jesus.
I mean, Brap, you didn't give me anything. All you said was baseball bat. You've got nothing to combine it with. You've got like a frying pan for the end.
I've got that scythe grout clearing thing that Chris is on about, but I didn't even think of it, to be honest. I've got a washing line pole. I'll be honest. I'm not mad into weapons. Call me a lunatic.
You got an oven. Just run around with an oven.
I'll just stick the Termagant's head in it, shall I? Right. So we've got
microwave.
Sam,
rip the door off, press on, and just point it at shit.
When the Nids land, we need to ditch Brap quick, and I reckon he'll be good bait, right?
Well, I just heard ballistic skills 7.
If I drink a monster, I might be able to just for a short while outrun Brap. I mean, we'll both be dead.
And then you'll take
quick.
a wound and die. You only have one.
Yeah, but no, I've only got 1 wound. That's right.
Right, hang on.
Yeah.
So we need to get weapon skill down here. So with these weapons, Chris, I think he's going to be slightly encumbered because he's got claw, hammer, and staff. He'd be whirling them around. He's on 6s. He's on 6s.
Can someone please make data sheets?
Yeah, 6s. Or if I drop one, I can go to 5s, right?
Staff.
Yeah.
-1 to hit with the wizard staff, but 2 damage.
And then his special rule is, I've practiced this in my bedroom. So a roll of 6 against 2 hits.
We need artwork.
Wait,
I want Chris in a wife beater with a wizard staff, claw hammer, and a bandana.
Wait, it deals D3 mortal wounds to any serial killers from the 70s era in America.
Anyone within 3 inches,
a flat 6 mortal wounds to spiders.
Anyone within 3 inches takes a full fury of the staff. Anyone within 1 inch gets the claw hammer to the face. Yeah. Right. Sultan, I think, as a more lithe young individual, mind you, he's swinging that sword around. He's gonna get
stabbing with it.
He's a fit lad. But he's going to get tired.
He's got skinny arms, though.
He's got skinny arms. I think he's on a 6 as well. I'm on a 7+ because I've never been in a fight in my life. This baseball bat isn't that good. I don't even have a bin. I can't even. My bin is a wheelie bin, so I don't have like a bin lid for a shield. So 7+ again for me.
Just get in the bin.
Strength.
7's okay.
I genuinely 1. Yeah,
strength 1 all round.
I agree, 1.
Come on, we're Warhammer players. We're weak and fragile. Fucking.
I think maybe Sultan maybe could be argued for a 1.5, 2, but yeah, hay fever back down to 1.
Well, I think.
That's my modifier, right? I've been poisoned.
I think we get +1 strength if we charge, both you and I, because think of the weight you're putting behind that.
Big lads.
So you get +1 strength on the charge.
Avalanche of muscle.
Ability, big lad.
Big lads.
+1
big lads.
on the
+1
charge.
strength on the charge. We're
You
strength
only have
2 on
one
the
attack,
charge.
but
Yeah.
Chris, you're a southerner. You don't like touching people, so you'd run in and then you'd be like, "Oh, I don't really like this." So you wouldn't get any benefit from charging in.
No, wait. What's this? I don't like touching people. I'm a hugger.
You are a hugger.
I'm a
I like
serial
that very
hugger.
much. I like
run
that.
in and hug that tyrannid.
One of my favourite moments of the recent weekend that we spent together is when Sultan rested his head on my shoulder. I felt warm and fuzzy on the inside. So I'll have none of that, please, Brap.
I was dying. It was nice.
One of my favourite moments is when I saw you for the first time that weekend, and we're just laughing.
We embraced.
We embraced mightily.
Mightily embraced, yeah.
Like a long lost lover. Right. So
they both got +1 strength as they ran at each other.
Yeah, we ran at each other.
Avalanche of muscle. Right, that's the Ogrid special. That's the Ogrid special.
We doubled. We wounded on 2. Yeah.
Right, so
You two are fucking Ogrid.
toughness 1. Strength 1. Yeah. Toughness. Now, I think it's going to be like 0.5.
1.
Like we're going to have to make an exception
one hit
because
from it's got to be hard.
Well, let's look at it in terms of rules. Anything that's strength 1 will be wounding on 4. Anything that's strength 2 will be wounding on 2s.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
If we're strength 1, we can wound ourselves on 4s. If something's twice the strength of us, they can wound us on 2s. I think that's fair.
So basically, if you think about it, most of us wouldn't be able to receive one blow from a weapon designed for combat, right? One blow from a weapon, no matter where it is going to incapacitate us. We're not inured to pain. There's nothing. We're not ready for mortal violence. You know what I mean?
I've got a hearing aid.
But
That's bionics.
I've got to
6 up save.
I've got to put it to you that as humans, against other humans on this planet in the second millennium, if one of them hit me, it wouldn't be a 50-50 chance that would wound me. If they were strength 1 and I'm toughness 1, it wouldn't be a 50-50 chance that I'd be like, ow. It'd be up there. So I think...
but here's the thing. The wound, because you only have one wound, it has to kill you in one hit.
I think that'd be possible. Yeah. I've never been in a fight. I think that'd be as a Warhammer player...
I've been in fights. And
you'll be fine.
As a Warhammer player who walks a mile and a half and gets a bit knackered.
No, when you get big lads, we can take a lot more punishment than you think. Honestly, when you get hit, the adrenaline kicks in. You'll be fine.
Am I gonna have to get in a fight to see I'll go to the local pub, start a fight, and go. Don't worry, I'm just trying to find out my toughness for my data sheet.
Yeah, we're fucked if they punch us in the glasses, though. At that point, we're fucked.
I can't see.
We're
anything.
out. We can't see. We can't return fire. It's just terrible.
But if they've got some kind of sand, like a ninja, to like blind us, we're fucking covered, mate. We've already got the goggles.
Yeah, can't get past us. Yeah.
Good luck with that. Acid would fuck us up.
Ever saw acid.
Wounds. Now I'm gonna I'm gonna say 0.5 wounds. I know it doesn't really make sense with the data sheets, but I think we're sickly children, and I think 0.5 wounds.
Yeah, we don't have massive constitutions. I don't think. I mean, I've got acid reflux, so maybe I could. Internally, if the Termagauntlet spat down my throat, I might be able to resist something because I'm like, I'm used to that. I'm used to that sensation.
Another day at the office, mate.
Plus one save against acid.
If it bit my chest open and exposed my organs,
half a wound makes sense.
Yeah, half a wound.
But like, here's the thing that it doesn't account for in Warhammer is like one wound, they're dead instantly if they get injured. With us, half a wound makes sense because if we get injured, we're still out.
Yeah, then they're not necessarily dead in Warhammer. You remove them as a casualty. But in the narrative, you don't have to say that person died. You just say they're out of action, right? For the purpose of the game, you remove the model from the table. But if you're playing a campaign and your warlord loses their last wound, you can always say, he's escaped the battlefield or he had to flee or whatever.
Chris, are you saying that in real life because you are that important to the Imperium and to humanity that if you were in this fight with the Termagauntlet when it was going badly, there'd just be a flash of light, and it'd be like, oh, he's being teleported. Like all great generals, he's being teleported back to the battle barge just before he gets his head bitten off by this weird donkey alien.
If there's loads of targets, one Termagant might be like biting someone, then jump into the next person, because they're all about maximum damage, aren't they? They're all about maximum nasty. I don't think they'd wait around.
No, so the flash of light is not a teleport, Homer. It's the acid reflux meeting the monster nitro.
Yeah.
And it's the detonation.
Imminent explosion. So we've got 0.5 wounds because Sultan's ear might play up at any point. We've got acid reflux. We might just
I'm
get
giving myself.
That to run. I'm
giving myself a 6 up, feel no pain for bionics because I get hearing
right. So if they hit you just at the right point, at that point of your head,
only
it'll
if you're
just clang against the
ear
hearing
hole.
aid. Yeah.
Yeah. Bionics safe for having a hearing aid.
A light flick against the ear, you're covered.
What is next? Is it attacks?
Yeah, I think
one.
Attacks have got to be one because we're not trained.
We've got one. I reckon Sultan can get off in his anger because he's annoyed. Because Sultan, when he gets mad, he gets annoyed. I reckon he could have 2 swings of the sword. Bearing in mind it's strength 1. I reckon he give 2 good clangs of the sword.
I tell you what, though. I'm also gonna give the sword AP -1.
Yeah. Definitely. No.
Only if it's sharpened. Only if it's sharpened.
AP
yeah. Like I have to go do the blacksmith quest or whatever.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's AP +2 maybe because it's gonna
spend those 25 points.
It gives you extra save because it's that shit.
Yeah.
It helps your armor.
Because it's shite.
So Sultan, I think Sultan.
I just strap it to myself.
Sultan can have 2 attacks. Me and you, Chris, we've got one good attack in us. One good clobber.
One good attack. Yeah.
And if we don't do it
on the charge, strength 2. Yeah, that's all. We're relying on that.
Chris, I'm going to posit to you that me and you have got 0 attacks, but we get +1 attacks for every time we charge.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
so we get shock assault, but we have to charge. Like we have to somehow take our prey unawares. We somehow have to have the edge, the tactical sneaky edge, if we can get that hit.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. We need to pair you lot up with a chaplain.
Yeah.
Him just going for
if someone says, "Come on, lads," then you can do another attack. Yeah,
go on, lads. Righteous Fury. Oh, I got Rapscallion now has 2 attacks on the charge.
Brothers, you need to charge the enemy. And I just heard Sarah and I wouldn't have thought so, mate. They're a long way away, and we are knackered, absolutely knackered. Brothers,
I've only got a movement of 3.
Brothers, you haven't done anything yet. You have just landed from the battle barge. You need to do something.
I'm giving.
I mean, that's going to kill us.
It's cold.
A drop pod's going to kill us anyway.
Yeah,
like.
We're just picking ourselves up after getting off the Storm Raven and go, brothers, what is wrong? And you're like, are you having a laugh, bro? We've just jumped 12 foot. I've sprained my ankle, something rotten. Charge the Termagant. You charge the fucking Termagant. I'm going to sit here and have a tab with Chris. Just let us know how it goes, you fucking idiot. Right, so...
Now, I've got to pose something else here that's important, right? Because we're going to go to leadership, right?
Right, okay.
Now, when we're looking at leadership, we also have to imagine that we're a squad. Because...
All right.
Let's face it. Okay,
leadership
we're going to have very low leadership, and if one of us gets set upon by a Termagant, likely the rest of the squad, which is us, are going to break, and we're going to lose to combat attrition immediately, right? So I think maybe even leadership too.
No, hang on, right? So this is this can be demonstrated in Call of Duty, right? So when a fight happens in Call of Duty,
I don't think it's the same.
Listen. When a fight happens in Call of Duty, some people, like Monkey, don't back the beef and run off and go and hide in a corner, right? He hides in a corner to put armor plates in so that he can go back and fight. If I'm being honest, I just run away to live, so my leadership is going to be pretty low, but sometimes I back the beef. Sultan always backs the beef. He'll just run in, not giving a fuck. And Chris, you're
do you remember
similar.
my playstyle? I just walk into bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are they?
You've got no drama. You're like, come on, back the beef. I'm in. Like,
let's
not
fight
like through bravery, just through lunacy.
James, the thing is though, right? That's cool, but that is also Call of Duty, right? In this scenario, this is real, and we're out on the street, us 3, and there's a real life Termagant there.
Right.
I just don't know if our gaming reflexes are going to kick in like that. I don't know that we're going to go, oh, think back to my Call of Duty
scroll wheel.
What?
My COD training,
we just run away, but do you think we'd realise, like, we can't run away because we
can't run away.
Like, by magnitudes faster than us. Like, it's faster than anything on the Earth. So if I think, like, well, I'm quicker than Usain Bolt, if I have that moment of thinking, then I'm fucked. So we're going to have to fight it. But I think it's not like... I think we'd be like, right, we'll give it a fucking go. We know how fast these things are. But it's like, when it starts kicking off, what happens then? That's the thing.
Well, I think in the moment where we're looking for it and it's dark and creepy and scary, I'm like leadership 1 or 2. And then when we get set upon, like say it jumps on Chris and I go, no, Chris, my leadership goes up.
Right.
Because I want to go and help Chris.
Yeah, all right.
Listen to him sucking up. I'd be like, fuck you, Chris. See you later, mate.
No, I think
well,
you're right.
Same with you, Brap. Like if it jumps on you, I'm like, right, it's not fighting me currently. I'm going to go stab it in the back.
Realistically, in that moment of assessment, I think considering we've just been out, we've gone out to the pub, right? That's what's happened. We've had a few beers, so we've got a bit of courage in us. And we're walking
still got
back.
the staff and
we've got our weapons. It's a dangerous out there. We've got our weapons.
Yeah, because we're in Manchester, for example.
Ooh,
right? We're like, better take the weapons. And we're walking back, right? And we've never heard of termagants being real, right? They're in our game, right? Yeah. And a real life termagant turns up. I don't know whether we're going to. At that point, I think we're going to
draw my sword that I apparently carry everywhere.
Tests. Fuck knows how we're going to respond to that, but I think we'd probably realise that if we don't kill it, we're fucked. So I think we'd have a good try.
So are we saying 1 or 2 leadership?
I'm saying what Sultan said. Starting off 2 leadership if we can't see it, but we can hear it. But if it actually makes an attack, and it's not you being attacked personally, but the guy next to you, because you've got a chance to catch it off guard, you might have a burst of leadership there. I'd go with that.
I think that you are both absolutely insane. If you think seeing the other one of us 3 being ripped to pieces by a termagant is going to spur you on in your combat readiness, you have got another thing coming. You'd be like, look what that thing is doing to Christopher. All the Monster Nitro in the world hasn't helped him. And we'd be gone.
We didn't get a chance to drink it.
There's
he
still
got
a flaw.
set upon before he could do his buffs.
Massive flaw in this.
He didn't have a command phase.
The flaw is that termagants are going to shoot you with a flesh borer from 12 inches away, right? That's,
say homicidal.
Yeah. So it ruins the whole thing. We've based it all on the fact that termagant's going into melee. It's not. It's shooting us with a flesh borer.
Let's just say it's run out of worms. Let's say it's run out of worms to shoot.
It's run out of worms. Okay. So what do they attack with?
Ate some flea powder
with its gigantic claws and
with its
teeth.
Yeah, but aren't its hands fused?
No,
into its
got 6 limbs. So it's got 2 for walking, but one of them is also for slicing and dicing.
T-Rex arms. Yeah,
the walkie ones have got hooves on them.
They've got but they've got hooves, but they've also got like another little pair of.
Here's the thing, though.
Claws.
Okay, all right.
See, my thinking is when you say Brap, I think you're completely correct in that that maybe my leadership wouldn't go up. In that you've said, look at all that thing's doing to Chris. I'd be still shitting myself, but again, this is assuming we know everything about these things. In that it's going to catch me no matter what I do.
Right.
Why bother running?
I want Sultan by my side. He's thinking the right way about this.
Well, I'm thinking this, but again, I've never actually met a who's out of ammo. So
do you think we'll sort of have? So you're saying you sort of like got that fuck it mentality of like, well,
fight or flight,
madness. Yeah, madness would kick in, right? And weird stuff happens.
So you just go fuck it. Why not? Let's
I'd lose it. Do some Lovecraftian.
Like I'm going to bite my dick and balls off in a minute, so I might as well have a go, right?
Yeah, he's going to feed me my own dick and balls, so I might as well have a go.
I'm going to have a go.
So you're thinking that your leadership would be quite high then? Like we're talking more like in 5 or 6.
No, in that specific situation.
Because Gretchen are very cowardly, and their leadership is what, 4?
Yeah, but they still fight in wars often.
Yeah,
so
they love.
They might be cowardly.
Beat them up if they don't.
But yeah, I don't. You know what? I don't know, but I know.
I don't think you're going to beat me up if I don't. So
I'm gonna say because the thing is with Gretchen, orcs don't beat them up if they run away. Orcs don't care because they run away and they can build more. When they're in combat, they're not that fussed if they fuck off. So Gretchen actually running away is quite a normal thing, and their leadership 4, I think. So I think we're saying here that you two have got a YOLO. I've got my staff and hammer. Let's give it a blast. So you're probably leadership 5, Chris. 6. You're just fuck it, let's do it. I'm more of a Gretchen mentality of well, this looks scary.
Killer's beans need to play.
So I'd say I'm leadership 4, and you two are 5. I would say Chris, you're going to be a 5. Sultan with that sort of military training, bit more, one pit more, sergeant level, leadership 6.
Yeah, sergeant. Yeah. Okay.
He'd be going, come on, brother, and you go, we're not related, and he goes, come on, brother, get into the Termagauntlet, and you're like, why are you talking like that?
Related.
And you're going, why are you talking like that?
Chris, whip out your appendage and place it inside the Termagant.
Utilize your hammer, Chris. Why are you talking like Gandalf? I'm the one with the fucking staff. Leave me alone. Hit it on the head.
Chris. That's why I'm Gandalf now. Chris died.
So
would you take my weapons if it got me?
Let's recap, right? Movement, me and Chris is 2. Sultan is 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's next? Weapon skill. 7 plus for me, 6 plus for you two. That was ballistic skill. Weapon skill. 6 for me.
Same.
Yeah. You two. Sultan thinks he's a 4. Lunatic.
No, that was only based on what we were chatting about earlier. Maybe I'm probably a 5.
Chris, what are you with your 2? You're dual wielding, so you've got to hit something with one of them.
Weapon skill 5, but then -1 to hit.
Is that if you throw one? Because ballistic skill is shooting.
Oh, we're on weapon skill, aren't we now?
On weapon skill, we are on weapon.
He said
skill.
Weapon skill before.
Yeah, we're on weapon skill.
Okay, so
weapon skill is 5 if I discard one weapon,
4,
or 6 if I'm using them both. Yeah.
I'm a 4. It's a light sword. I can get a hit in. It's just whether I win.
He stands in front of his webcam doing the poses, doesn't he? Doing going through his carters. Yeah.
No, what I do, right, is I take the sword off of the wall and I give it a nice polish, and then I put on the white glove that comes with it.
And he masturbates himself into absolute oblivion.
No. The white glove touches the sword, and then I swing the sword about, and I do a nice salute, and then I put the sword back, and then I masturbate.
Nice.
Onto the sword, and then you go, and then you turn to your significant other, and you go, the spunk stays on the blade. When you're older, you'll understand. That's a Gangs of New York reference. That instead of blood, I changed it to spunk. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, because we're a high class production.
Strength is 1 across the board. Toughness is 0.5 for me and Chris. 1 for Sultan, did we say, or is he in 0.5 too? Or did you want 1?
Well, we strength 0, but we get +1 strength. No, we're strength 1. +1 strength of the charge, and then attacks was 0. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, attacks.
We'll get onto abilities after.
Wounds 0.5 each. Sultan gets he's still on because of hay fever.
I got an extra attack. That's what I got.
Attacks. Sultan gets 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Me and Chris get 0 attacks.
No attacks.
And then the special rules.
We'll get to the specials at the end.
Well, save. We didn't do
save.
save.
Yeah, save. So
7 plus.
I mean, no, it'll be a 6 ups.
Unless we have body armor.
Right, if we're wearing t-shirts, specifically, we get a 6 up. If we're any other apparel, it'll be nothing.
Right, listen. With the same thing of using what is in your house, you can come out of your house with your weapons, and what armor can you make with things around your house?
There's no armor that's going to save you from a tyrannid bio life form.
What about a big coat?
I'm taping a chest of drawers to myself.
What about a big coat?
I don't care what you put on you. You'll leave a gap. It will bite your eye out. It
with a telephone book, sellotape to you.
Yeah. I mean, I could put on...
I'm gonna do what Brad Pitt does in World War Z, where he tapes magazines to his arms.
Yeah, that
spoilers
for teeth from a human.
Bearing in mind,
how about Oh, I know, guys. How about we just tape all our extra fucking Warhammer 40,000 books from the book blot onto our bodies and we'll have a 2-up save.
Hey! 2-up invulnerable.
I'll tell you what, though. Codex Space Marines will protect you from anything.
Yeah. No, that's Codex Harlequins from what I've been told. Listen.
Codex Madara,
listen. A sister Repentia with nothing on, like she has got a rag on.
Ooh.
She has got a 7+ save, right?
Yeah, we're on 7-ups. Yeah.
So no, but I'm saying if I wear a big coat, I reckon.
Fuck off! That's going to stop a sword hand alien or a flesh borer,
right?
Or something that's going to bite through you with acidic saliva. A coat's going to do fuck all.
Let's think of the difference as well. So a guardsman with full body armor is a 5+ save.
Mine have just got
carapace armor is a 4+ save. Power armor is a 3+ save.
Yeah, power armor.
What?
And your Bullgrins with the slab shield, 4-up save.
But what about like I'm talking a big coat? Like it is a big coat.
Get out of here.
What if I just?
All right, big coat. You know what, Brap? If you bring a big coat, I'm going to give you a 5-up
No, I want
save.
a 6-up. That's all I want. A 6-up. Brat's big coat gives him a 6-up save.
Next event,
big coat. Has it got a little fur collar?
No.
Brat brings a big coat. We have one shot at him with a kitchen knife. If there's no blood, he gets his 5-up save. Right? How about that?
Well, with your weapon skill of 6-up,
we get one shank.
I'm confident.
One stab, and then
all right.
No, you could do him with your blunt sword. How about that, Sam? If your blunt sword,
I think he'll be all right. Yeah, he definitely gets a 6-up save against the blunt
Exactly.
sword. I think it's
like a 1 in 6 chance.
Die.
I'm not saying it's not going to help me all the time, but I'm just saying the big coat might just help me once.
I got a helmet, like an actual military helmet, like nothing for my body, but one thing for my head.
Yeah, but it's not going to shoot you in the fucking head, is it?
Do you know what it's run out of worms, Chris? It's run out of fucking worms, right? Do you know what the problem we're going to have?
They're going to bite you on a soft bit, aren't they?
Listen,
they're not shit killers. They're good at killing.
I've just realised when we have to do a photo shoot for this, when we have to do it for evidence in court, we're going to have to wear our armaments for this photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like my big coat, Chris's helmet, Sultan's helmet on, Chris wearing it with his staff and his claw hammer. The absolute fucking state of it. This is what that photo is going to look like. What my wife thinks Warhammer players look like.
Yes.
All right, can we really quickly? I just want to go through weapons. So we got Brap's baseball bat. I think it's strength user.
Yeah.
AP 0, 1
AP
damage.
+2 because of
it's got to have a plus. Yeah,
it's going to help people's armor if anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So AP +2, so they get extra 2 to their save.
Damage 1. It might do if it gets to after all that.
Is that because as you hit them, it crumples around them and creates another shield?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not a very good bat.
Cool. So that's Brap's hammer. Brap's baseball bat. Then we've got Chris's claw hammer and the staff of truth.
Well, that's got 2 attacks. And what we've got, the claw hammer. If you strike them with the hammer bit, right, then that's. If you strike armor with that, that's going to give them +1
2 profiles AP.
Yeah. But if you go for the claw bit, I think that's going to penetrate some.
That's a -1. That's a -1.
So -1 AP. It's going to be strength user, I think, again, because it all depends on how hard you can hit them with that. The staff might be strength
Chris's claw hammer
+1 because it's quite bulbous at one end. So
the staff of truth is strength +1.
Yeah. So on the charge, I could get a strength 3 hit with that one
attack
strength 3
like
hit.
a regular guardsman.
Yeah.
I don't think you would
-1 to hit.
I don't think with a staff, right, you would hit with the strength of an SAS person. That's what we're saying here. That you would, with your dad's staff that he found in the woods with all the porn magazines, you would hit
staff of truth
with the strength of the toughest guy on this planet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but
are we
also
saying that?
Shit guardsmen are still.
Can we call it
that?
Instead of the staff of truth? Can we call it the Giles family staff?
We could call it the Giles family Gandalf Virgin staff. Yeah,
nice. So you're saying to me that you would hit with the force of an SAS person
only on the charge.
Only on the
charge. +1 strength. So it'd be a strength 2 normally. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd be strength +1, AP -1 damage, and I think you'd be -1 to hit because it's unwieldy.
Yeah,
definitely. So I'll be hitting on 6s.
Yeah. So you're hitting on nothing anyway.
Yeah.
I got the parade sword, which is strength user -1 damage. That's actually all right, and it's only -1 once it's been sharpened.
Yeah,
which is extra points.
Yeah,
and then I've got the other one, which was like the Mattock of Doom or whatever, the pickaxe handle of Doom. I think that's strength plus. I think it's the same as yours. Strength +1, AP-1 damage, but -1 to hit.
I think there's also a special rule that's called, where's the rest of that fucking thing, where your opponent's a bit confused because they're like, shouldn't you be hitting me with like a pickaxe? Shouldn't this do a lot of piercing damage? So they get to fight first. Like you get to fight first, was they're trying to figure out
because they're confused
what the fuck they're being attacked with. They're just going,
absolutely.
I always get to fight first. What is that?
Is that a pickaxe?
And then
the fuck is he trying to do with that?
I love that. Let's quickly go through abilities then. So Brap abilities, Avalanche of Brap.
Yeah,
+1 strength.
No, it's just big lads. That's all it's called.
Okay, big lads. Big lads breakfast, +1 strength and +1 attack on the charge.
No.
Same for Chris.
Yeah, because I've got no attacks normally, but when I do the charge, that's how I get the attack. Yeah.
You get an attack. I've got was there any other abilities you had, Brap? Before we got to Chris.
Yeah.
It's I've got disarming wit, where I just tell a joke so bad that they just feel sorry for me and they let me fight first as well.
Put you out your misery. Oh, nice.
They just go the fucking state. They just go
the
fucking state of this, and I'm just swinging with a big coat on, getting so hot so quick, going, oh, the symptoms. Marge has got blue hair and all this, and they're just going the fucking state of this. So and
this poor lad, he's got a mental issue here. So we got the item, Brap's big coat, which I think is just +1 to your armor save.
It gives me a 6-up save.
And then can we have a modifier rule? If Brap has survived 3 turns, it's like the sweat of death, and you become -1 to hit because you're so slippery.
I'm just like greased up.
-1 to hit in combat. Also, your deadly wit ability, I think it should be a roll-off. On a 1, 2, or 3, you get to fight first because they're just flabbergasted how bad it is.
Yeah.
On a 4, 5, and 6, the enemy gets an extra attack because they're just like
annoyed
because they're so mad at you.
Like, fuck's sake, stop talking about Shania Twain and we're going to twat you one.
Yeah.
So Chris has also got
he's got big lads
breakfast.
Yeah, big lads breakfast special. Then I get a 1-shot ability where I can drink a can of Monster Nitro, and I've been thinking about this.
In your command phase.
Yeah, it lets me move an extra inch, but at the same time, I suffer -1 leadership from heart palpitations. It's putting me slightly off. I'm like, oh God, what's that? What's that? Yeah. Anxiety.
Am I going to die? I might die.
Yeah, and then
I think you should go on.
Yeah, no, I think that's my main special. I don't have a special coat or anything.
I also think Chris has got a psychic power that he can cast where it's called the Echoes of Ted Bundy, and what he does is he gets himself into such a stupor where he psychically makes himself believe that the enemy is one of the serial killers from the 70s that he's fantasized about killing. So he gets a +1 to hit because he's using everything he's learned in his bedroom against the mirror to
it's
to
the Black Rain all over again. Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's also 11. To cast when he casts it. It's 11 plus to cast.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That is an amazing rule. And then I don't know what mine.
I've got some. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was doing battle scribe lists where you use the power of your selective hearing to you ignore like the first attack on a 6-up where they're just throwing their swords about and you just go, sorry mate, I wasn't listening.
I didn't realise he was attacking me.
Sorry mate, were you swinging your termagant claws at me? I just wasn't listening. I was writing this white scars list for no reason. So you can have that. And also, super keen. It should be a special rule because you're a very eager, enthusiastic young man.
Eager beaver. Does that mean I always fight first?
Yeah, you fight first because you're just like, let me just show you this. Let me just show you this sword that I've. You'll never guess how many views on Instagram. Junk, and that's you stabbing him with it.
I want to put this out there. If anyone wants to create these 3 miniatures and arm them appropriately, I say that we actually will play out live. Next time all 3 of us are in the same place, if we have those miniatures, bring some termagants and we'll see how many termagants we can actually beat before we're all dead.
Yeah.
On the tabletop. We'll roll off with those stats. Obviously, that would take a lot of effort from someone. But if someone did do that,
we need to speak to.
I'd put the effort in to film it. We can put it on somewhere. You've got a channel, Sultan.
We'll paint them as well. If you don't want to paint them, you just want to convert them and get them to us.
Yeah.
We'll paint them.
Should we speak to Big Boy Banner and get some data sheets made up?
Yeah, get some proper data sheets made, and then we'll have a game of 40k where the three of us have to fight ever-increasing amounts of Termagants.
It's just going to be one Termagant. Like this, it's not going to be like, Chris, you're going to be like, hello everyone, I've bought 40 Termagants to this game. I'm like, I'll stop you there, bro. Like, put the 39 in the case. We're just going to need one. Even without the worms.
Brap fell down to the first Termagant, and then that was it.
Yeah. Because we didn't get the charge off, guys, so we've got no attack.
We're way over.
Yeah, we're way over.
We are so over time.
Yeah. I've had a lot of fun though, so we can skip the lore piece this week, can't we? And we'll just go to.
I can't remember what I was going to say anyway. I've been laughing.
Can I just say that everyone going easy on GW saying rules writing is incredibly hard, and that it's really hard to make balanced games of 40k and all this. In an hour, we've already done 3 data sheets. So if they want to hire us for 10th edition, we're ready because we've just done it like that.
Different units in the game.
Easy.
Yeah, boom, and those rules are flawless.
Codex FineCast.
Yeah, Codex FineCast.
Sorry, Codex Supplement FineCast. We're in addition to the Guard Codex.
We have to be 5 points though, because you can't be lower than 5 points, can we?
Why
they don't make anything lower than 5 because that's the lowest point you can pay for a model.
We're 6 points each.
Yeah, we got special rules and stuff, so I think we could.
Yeah, right, 6 points each. So we're an 18-point
unit, like a heavy weapons team.
Mind you, though, if you have a guardsman like a Navy SEAL, we've said that's the baseline. If somebody put me and that person next to each other and said, who's worth more?
They cost the same.
Who's worth more? I don't think even I would look up to that person going, we are not the same in any stretch of the imagination.
Okay, so we're 5 points each, so we can go up against...
No, of course we're not. You're wearing a big coat.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got to go up against 15 points worth of enemies. All right, that's what we're going to do. 15 points worth of enemies.
5 points each.
Hey, Mr. Navy SEAL, did your weapon give them +2 to save?
And the Navy SEAL goes, hey, Christopher, that's a lovely looking ham. Ah! And he's just gone, take that, Ted Bundy, as he's clawing him in the head.
No assaulting. Smack, smack.
On that lovely note.
All right, well, Brap, so a couple of shout-outs. Any reviews you've seen lately?
Oh, yeah,
yes. So a thing we need to start checking, which I was told that we weren't checking, was Audible. We're on Audible, did you know, guys? Did you know that?
Yes, I did know. Yeah,
we're on Audible, which is amazing. So
I put this on Amazon, so it must have done that itself.
That's maybe done it, by luck. So shout out to Billy Bob who rated us on Audible. Shout out to Cuckoo Zumuzu. That's a good name. Thank you very much. Shout out to Stepchildren. That's a weird name. And again, shout out to Sergeant Mick who's written us another review. Thank you to everybody. Also, if you liked keep writing us reviews. It really helps. It gets us up the charts. It gets people watching, listening to us. It gets our exposure out there more and more people can listen to this absolute nonsense. Yeah,
it puts us so far above our natural station.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, subscribe on every single platform you can if you don't mind. So follow it on Spotify, follow it on Audible, subscribe on iTunes. Give us a quick review. We'll give you a shout out, and it really helps us more than you could ever imagine. We're getting really good numbers of people listening to this. It's surprising us actually, and it's really, really making us happy, and we want to keep doing it, and we want more people to listen so we can give you this nonsense for more and more time. Also, the music from the introduction is by a good friend of ours called LA French, and if you want to listen to more of his lo-fi hip-hop and that kind of thing, you can go on lafrench.bandcamp.com.
Everyone knows our social medias now, don't they? They know.
But this could be someone's people that. This could be someone's first podcast they listen to, Chris. So we've got to do it. If it's your
first podcast, you need to go to bonemagic.com.
Yes,
for a start. Bonemagic.com is our fully registered domain where we've got stuff. Maybe we should put our social medias on bonemagic.com.
It's not a bad idea.
We could just say go to bonemagic.com.
That is a good idea.
And then they'll find all the information. You'll be able to follow us on Instagram. I'm DZTV_Warsmith_Chris on Instagram.
I am DZTV_Brapscallion on Instagram.
And I am DaisyTV_Sultan on Instagram and Sultan Plays on YouTube.
Yeah, boy.
So
give us
else?
With that,
go
on, Brad.
Give us a follow. Keep listening. Thank you to everyone listening.
Yeah, go
supporting. Like, comment, subscribe, super chat in the comments, and Sultan, take us home, baby.
Yeah, take us home.
So that is yet another episode of the FineCast. And guys, I don't think it's too bad to say that's my favourite one yet.
It's not going to get better than that.
And you know what I just realised? And this is the perfect way, and this is how I'm going to sign this off. We didn't even introduce ourselves. See you in a bit, boys.
Bye!